Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We knew that this day was going to be coming, but now it's confirmed to only be a few days away. Neymar was added back to FC 26 a couple weeks back in this game at the start of all the World Cup content. And of course, the only good way to get a usable Neymar card in this game has been putting him through evolutions. He has been the most popular Evo card over the past few weeks on this game. But we knew that Neymar coming back into this game would mean there's going to be a promo item for him soon. And that is happening. We have our first leaks of the Glory Hunters promo to look at today. And Neymar is not the only big name that is included there. We'll take a preliminary look at what this promo even means and how maybe those Neymar Evos that you and I have created still could be better than the card that comes into packs. Plus, we got to talk about the market, guys, because I think these greats of the game players might be at prices that could be investable or at least viable for our team without having to worry about prices dropping a whole bunch more in the next couple of days. And we'll look at what today's content on Monday could bring us outside of some good World Cup matchups. Let's get into it, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's cover yesterday's Sunday content first, where the Brazil objective expired and an Argentina objective replaced it. Under the Journey of Nations tab, you can do the exact same thing in squad battles that we did last week for the Brazil objective and get yourself some new player picks. This is very nice, of course, with the greats of the game cards that are in packs. The group reward is the 2 of 6 89 plus player pick once again, and this isn't easy. I mean, some of it is because it's on beginner difficulty, but some of the ultimate and legendary difficulty challenges in here are pretty hard to do. But if you do want to go get a bunch of player picks, that is there. It's not anything more unique than the Brazil objective. It's literally the exact same thing. So if you did that with Brazil, do the exact same thing with the Argentinians and you'll be good to go. Now, let's go to evolutions and talk about another center back Evo. Guys, I was just really noticing as content dropped yesterday, we've had a lot of center back Evos recently. The Hold the Fort evolution, 75,000 coins, expires today. We had the free center back Evo called, what was it, Anchor Down, that we had a few days back. And we have another one dropped yesterday on Sunday. Piskinen, I'm not exactly sure how to say this at all, but a max 91 center back Evo, allowing 3 playstyle plus players to get boosted up to 95 defending, bit of a pace boost as well, and a nice little bit of a passing boost and a dribbling boost. Maldini is the guy in this Evo from what I've seen so far and a lot of the cards that people are creating. It's not just Maldini, but he's maybe the most popular card that is fitting into this evolution. You can create some pretty good chains. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing here with the Van de Ven. I have not Evo'd Van de Ven in a long time. Got to get my Spurs center back in the team. I'm putting him into an Evo that boosts him up to 91 with 95 pace, 94 defense, and 94 physical. And then I'll put him into the new Piskinen Evo that dropped yesterday and give him some even better stats. For 50,000 coins, it's not terrible. You can see there are some great chains that are created from this. I'm a little surprised to see center backs moving up on the market as much as they are. Like little bro Maldini went from 63,000 coins yesterday to upwards of 90k right now. Even like Mickey Van de Ven's old team of the week card from 400,000 coins peaked at 600k. This is just a couple of the cards that are moving the most on the market right now. I guess I was a little surprised to see that because it doesn't make the card look absolutely insane. You need to have a decent physical stat already on the player that you're boosting up to make the best cards. But yeah, you can see there are some really good chains inside of here and some cards that do look pretty good. But again, it's another center back Evo. Maybe a left back or a right back Evo would be pretty nice too, at least to help build our defenses out. And maybe I'll just mention this really quick too. I feel like I'm doing less Evos at the moment than I would maybe in previous promos, just because the greats of the game cards are super cheap. And I've got a lot of players that I want to get from my USA first owner squad from objectives, like those cards they drop, the national pride cards and stuff like that. I've got a lot of my USA players there for the Evo team that I'm building, so I haven't felt the urge to go do a whole bunch of Evos, albeit Evo content has been solid still. Now let's keep it moving though and talk about SBCs, where we had one interesting SBC yesterday that a lot of people I think are doing, and it's not this one. The Roberto Rivellino 3-play style plus little bro card, if you want to call it that. Of course, he's got the 4-play style plus card that is in packs, and it's about 200,000 coins. This SBC is only 6 squads, and it's coming in at about 117k. It's not a terrible card, but again, when you have a card that is better on the market that is not that much more expensive, you really are only doing this SBC if you want to collect all the versions of Rivellino, the new icon that was just dropped in this game. You can see 93% downvoted, and once again, I'm going to have to agree with that. That kind of brings back up the same conversation that we've had in the past couple of days about SBCs being overvalued, overpriced during this promo that has really crashed a lot of the value on the market. Now, also yesterday and Sunday, we had the Great to the Game Challenge 2 for an untradeable Mega Pack, and the interesting SBC, a 1 of 10 88 plus historical player pick. Icons and Heroes 88 plus. We kind of called it. I mentioned something about this in yesterday's video. I had no leaks for this. I promise. I was just thinking like, hey, EA hasn't dropped one of these in a few weeks. Maybe it's time for one of them again. And it is. It's time. There's 2 weeks for this SBC that is out, and it's unlimited repeatable as well. It's 3 squads, 88, 89, and 90, which I think is a bit steep. A lot of people are going to call this an IQ test, because it is an 88 plus pick. I have done one of them because what have we been asking all week? Where do we put our fodder? This is where I'm putting my fodder right now, or at least to try out one of these. So I don't think it's the worst SBC ever, because it is always fun to open up a player pick where you get 10 options. But I also don't think that I'm going to say it's great value, because I don't think that it is. Let's open one here and see who we get. Obviously, I'm chasing Zlatan. Any version of Zlatan. Maldini 94 is actually pretty crazy. Okay, any version of Zlatan is who we're really chasing from this, but I am going to take that 94 Maldini. That's the Mike Theory. We were just talking about him. How much is that card on the market in the great June of 2026? Team of the Year icon Maldini is 770,000 coins. Does he make the team, though? No, because I can make an Evo version better than him. Wow, okay, that's still pretty crazy, though. Anyway, I wouldn't rate that SBC as worth it, although I will be doing it a few more times throughout the week just because we're doing a big menu grind, and I am still trying to chase a first owner Zlatan Ibrahimovic that I have not gotten yet. But since that is a 10-item player pick, and it's not that expensive, and people are looking for a place to put their fodder, well, fodder has gone up a little bit. You take a look at the 89s, they're up above 3,500 coins. Yesterday, they were 2K before content, all the way up to 3.5K, 3.7 where they are now. So we did see a bit of a market rise only on the 89s, just because that SBC actually has some demand. So if you guys got something good from that, let me know. But it's not one that I would recommend putting a lot of fodder into, albeit like we've been talking about this week, there's not a ton of options in terms of good SBCs to put our fodder into. Now let's do our daily Path to Glory update, where we had a very good update for Gakpo SBC completers. And maybe you have waited to do this SBC, because I think it still is out, by the way, to see what 99 stat upgrade he would get. Gakpo got 99 attack positioning. I tweeted out yesterday, EA, you have one job, do not give him 99 agility. They didn't. He stays lengthy, has 99 attack positioning as a part of the other upgrades that happened yesterday. Ito, Kubo, and De Jong got 99 stats as well. Only 4 cards upgraded yesterday. There will be a handful upgraded today on Monday, and that would be the Spanish cards. So Ferran Torres, Laporte, and Rodri will all be getting a 99 in-game stat. That is super cool because, of course, Spain finally cooked yesterday. Their second game of the group stages, they played like Spain is expected to play, and they won 4-0. So 99 stats incoming for those cards. And then also for the Egypt live cards of Zizou and Marmoush, they're going to be getting 99 stats as well because they just won over New Zealand. And I think the other games yesterday were draws. So now we're looking into today for the next upgrades for the games that we do have incoming, which would include the France-Iraq game, Norway-Senegal, Argentina-Austria, and Jordan-Algeria. Once again, remember, if a club won, or not a club, if a nation won their first match, there's no 99 stat for the second win, but there is a third 99 or third win for a 99 stat upgrade as well. So that's kind of what France will be chasing since they won their first game. I just wanted to point this out as well. You know, when nations do not perform the way that they are supposed to or expected to, you have big time price drop offs. This is a card that we bought on Friday for 380,000 coins in a huge market crash. I listed it up yesterday before the game, sold it at 580,000 coins, but this is why you sell into the hype. Just a very good reminder once again to sell in the hype because of, well, this could happen. Now, Uruguay are not out, but they're in a tough situation heading into the final day of matches for the group stages. So that's just one thing to mention. I know that the PTG cards have been rebounding back up in price really nicely. I'm still holding on a card like Laporte. I'm still holding on some other cards like the Croatian Gavardios that I bought yesterday. But for other things, like if there's a game today, if you have Digne and you bought him and on the bounce back, maybe just sell it in the hype, okay? Like, I know France, big favorites, but selling in the hype is always a good play. But let's waste no more time, guys. Let's talk about the Neymar leaks because this was a pretty big surprise late last night on Sunday into today on Monday. We have Neymar leaks, we have Messi leaks, and we have Bruno Fernandes leaks as well. Now, I want to preface what these leaks are about because we knew Neymar was going to get a promo card once he got dropped into the game. We knew that EA would chase that back through the store pack, but this is the Glory Hunters promo that is being leaked right now, and that's the promo that this Neymar card is going to be a part of. This is a promo that brings the Foot Birthday vibes back to Ultimate Team. If you guys remember Foot Birthday, that was a promo where we got these cards with no playstyles or playstyle pluses, and we put them into the bakery, and we were able to put our own playstyles and playstyle pluses on them. That's how all the cards were. No base playstyles, no playstyle pluses. We customized everything in that regard on those players. That is exactly how this promo is going to go as well. Fully customizable cards, SBCs. Remember the Bernardo Silva SBC? That was an insane one that we had back during Foot Birthday. That's the potential of this promo. It is a 2-week-long promo as well. Now, I've got some questions, and we'll get into that as we look at these leaks, but this is the big leak. Neymar is coming as a Festival of Football Glory Hunters card. Now, you see right here, this is the first thing that I noticed. 4 playstyle pluses, predicted stats on this card. How are we going to get 4 playstyle pluses on a card that would fit into the playstyles lab that caps you at 3 playstyle pluses right now? We're, of course, assuming that this is the same playstyles lab and playstyle plus lab that we will be using to customize these new Glory Hunter cards. EA have said nothing about a new playstyles lab coming out, and of course, all these are max 8 base playstyles and 3 playstyle pluses. So how are we going to get these cards to 4 PS pluses? If we're only able to boost these to 3 playstyle pluses, that is not going to be as hype, where we're getting a lot of cards right now, especially with Greats of the Game, that are 4 playstyle pluses, and they're pretty cheap. So this is a hype-looking promo because it is fully customizable. That's cool, right? We remembered Foot Birthday. That completely rocked how this game felt. Like Foot Birthday, as some would say, I would maybe argue this. We have to see how the World Cup promos go, but Foot Birthday might go down as the best promo of FC26 because of the surprise that it was, how awesome it was, the customizability of it. But I have questions, and we don't know the answers to those questions yet, but I have questions about how we're going to be able to make these cards seem meta when the power curve is transitioning upward. And when we have Neymar Evos like this, how good is this Neymar card going to actually be when he is dropped? Here's how it's probably going to go. Either Neymar is going to be 95 or 96 rated and still fully customizable, but super duper expensive with pretty good stats, or he might be 94 rated, kind of lower rated, and then he will be pretty obtainable and maybe only a couple 100,000 coins, but then his stats wouldn't be that crazy. If you've made a Neymar Evo that is on this caliber, or we're talking like 96 or 97 stats on that card, I think you're probably going to be good and safe sticking with your Evo card because there's going to be so much hype for this promo Neymar. Sure, he's going to have a dynamic image, and that's going to be hype and everything like that. But at the same time, all the work that you put into one of these Neymar Evos, like with the card that's going to be coming out, I mean, I think your Evos are probably going to be king. Again, not everybody's Evo. Like right now, mine's still in progress. I have plans to put Finesse Plus in this Neymar. I need to get his passing and his dribbling up to like 95 or 96. Got to boost up his physical. That's the main problem with this card. The strength, the stamina, the aggression are super duper low, and you got to boost them up crazy through Evos. The rest of the card, the playstyles, looking fantastic. I'm excited to actually use this card in game. but we knew that EA was going to drop a promo version of Neymar to try to get that bread. So I'm really curious to see how this pans out. Again, that's the whole premise of the promo. It's just like Foot Birthday, but there's got to be some other things about it. Surely we're not capped at 3 play-style pluses, right? Surely. I guess we'll have to see. But Neymar's not the only name that is leaked, guys. Messi, after just getting a star performer card from his first game hat trick in the World Cup in 2026, Messi is getting another card, a Festival Football Glory Hunters, and this one also is going to be fully customizable. If you have the other Messi, that would be this card. If you have this card, I would look at selling it. He's already dropped a bit. He's 3.5 million coins. He was about 3.8 million yesterday. But, 96 pace, 96 dribbling, 95 shooting and passing. I'd have to imagine that the new card that would come out would be about the same. I don't know if they'd go better stats. Maybe he's going to be 97 rated. We will have to see. But that is going to be a super duper expensive card as well. And again, it is fully customizable. So it's kind of crazy that Messi is getting these 2 cards in quick succession. Really, the way to look at this was a performance-based card, right? He scored a hat trick. He got one of these star performer cards. This card was probably planned in a promo months ahead of time from EA. Like, Messi's going to get one of these Glory Hunter cards. And then it just so happened that he got the live card as well, or the star performer card, and that's why we have 2 Messis back to back. So it feels a little bit off, especially if you have this Messi or even packed him. But, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles when, the GOAT cooks. Now, the other leaked player that we have right now is Bruno Fernandes. Now, as somebody who's got the team of the season, Bruno Fernandes, and maybe you do too, this is going to be a very, very hyped card because he's insane in game, and a lot of people figured that out from his team in the season. But yet again, I would have the same questions that we looked at with both Messi and with Neymar. How are these Evos going to allow us to go to 4 play-style pluses? How are these cards going to allow us to get customized up to that high? If we can't, that's going to be a big negative thing for a lot of these players like Bruno. And I could see Bruno's card, even Messi's Tots card, rebounding back up in price if there's not some way that these cards can go to 4 PS pluses with the Playstyles Lab as we see it now in this game. That's the biggest thing that I look at with this Glory Hunter promo leak is how is that going to pan out? So those are the leaks that we do have right now. Do we need to be worried about the rest of the market? Because Foot Birthday did cook the market. If you guys remember that, Foot Birthday was absolutely wild. It made prices drop a whole bunch because this new concept came out. It was fresh and new. It was the first time we had seen it. I'm not as worried about the market this time, specifically because we just had a very, very large crash, and a lot of player prices did drop because these icons are so cheap. I think we could see some drops in the weekend, but again, I really want to wait and see Wednesday, Thursday, like as we head into Friday, what sort of information we learn about this Glory Hunter promo that makes it unique and exciting, like other players that may be coming into the team in packs, or ways that we actually will be able to put more than 3 playstyle pluses on cards. That's what I'm really curious about. If we're going to be able to take cards of 4 playstyle pluses and they're going to change something around to be able to enable that, then I would be more worried for the market. If it's not going to look that way, then I think I'd want to invest in some of these greats of the games this week. I really do. I think Glory Hunters is going to be hyped because it is customizable. But again, I still have too many questions right now to really know how I'm going to feel about it. Now, cards that I do still like on the market are these Path to Glories. We like them again, right? We fall in and out of love with these cards because they drop like crazy, but then they skyrocket back up. Like I picked up the Gvardiols. You saw that on yesterday's video. I still have him that I bought for 280,000 coins, 290K. He's still 360, 370. Planning on holding him into the Croatia game there. His price is doing really well. Look at Jules Koundé, 1.3 million coins after being under a million on Friday night. I mean, dude was 855. Even on Saturday, still 890,000 coins, 1.1 yesterday on Sunday, and here we are at 1.3. Once again, I would tell you, if there are still cards around the market on these Path to Glory teams, Team 1 or Team 2, that just don't seem to be up that much, but you know they're getting an upgrade. Like, again, I'd be careful with De Bruyne. I'd be careful with Araujo because Belgium and Uruguay are both kind of in the hot seat right now. But if there's other cards that you think are still down too much compared to where they could be on the market, you can get out there and get looking. Like this Musiala still kind of interests me. I know I was looking at him for 1.5 mil yesterday. He was 1.5 mil a couple times, spiked up into the 1.7s. These cards are just trending in the right direction once again, so I feel pretty confident about those as they move up. Also, guys, I would recommend trading with these rare cards once again. I know a lot of their prices dropped over the past couple of days. Like this Evos was a 2 million coin card last week, 2 weeks ago. Well, we had the big market crash on Friday, and he's been around 1.1 to 1.2, but these guys are so rare. Look, he goes from 1.2 multiple times per day, spikes into the 1.4s. So like right now, 1.3, I don't want to buy that, but hop on a bid, hop on a snipe, just watch the fluctuations. I think these cards are still really, really good to trade with. The best tool that I would tell you to look for when you're trading with these cards is look at over here, the average buy now. This gives you a good representation of where that card has been in the last day, and then a quick skim over the latest sales. Like this Pacho, he's been in the 1.1s. If I look at his graph from Sunday, he was 1.04, upped into the 1.4s, spiked up there twice, had a lot of sales in the 1.1 range. I would really want to buy this card at like 1.04 or below, because I think I could sell it for like 1.2 or 1.1 highs. But those are rare cards that I would still highly recommend trading with. Star performers I still like as well. Guys, you saw me say in yesterday's video, I had invested in Balogun. He's still going up in price. I sold him at 200,000 coins. He's 235 at the moment. I sold by Messi for 3.67 million coins. I've picked up 2 Iniestas just aside here because I think he can go up a little bit today on Monday. Still have a couple of these PTGs here. And I have the Mbappe that I bought for 5.3. Really hoping to get like 6 mil for this card, or like 6.5. I think that'd be incredible. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. We're going to list him overnight for the 6.999 just to see if it happens. But I think I'm still liking the market for trades, and I'm liking the market for making coins right now. In general, if you get on bids, you get on snipes, you can make those easy coins there. I wouldn't be super scared about this new Glory Hunters promo yet, just until we see what it's going to look like. Now, let's end the video by opening our 86x8s, because, we got a Maldini from that 1 of 10 pick, which actually is pretty good. I'm going to be honest, because I saw some other people tweeting out what they got from that player pick yesterday, and it was not good. But as we open these packs, I do want to kind of talk about today's content on Monday. Guys, Mondays have been stinkers in terms of the content recently. I mean, we're going to get new player picks today. The 82 plus 1 of 5 expires. Maybe we get an 83 plus 1 of 4 today instead. We'll have to see. The 81 plus 5 of 10 expires as well. And there's a couple other small things that are expiring. There's the Gauntlet that is ending today, but of course, Gauntlet's not coming back. That was a 2-week super sweaty period, or 1-week super sweaty period that doesn't look to be, continuing in this game with another one back to back. Finally, we see the cool tunnel, and I think that might be a hero card, so it's probably going to be like company or something. Yeah, hero. Actually, I'm just going to skip it. I'm going to guess it's company. We'll see what it is. Bingo. It is company 92. So again, at least I saw the tunnel. But I don't think today's content's going to be that crazy. I'm behind on Weekend League. I'm behind on SBC grind. So that's what I'm looking forward to today, is just to hop it on, getting on the SBC grind. We go back to back with the heroes though. Cam, Portugal. That is going to be Bruno Fernandes. Speaking of leaks. Wait, no, that's an icon. Okay, I cannot tell the difference in the tunnel between icon and hero. Let's go. Hey, I do not have Marcelo yet. Let's go, man. What is the current price of this mad lad? Marcelo is 93K. What a market. What a endgame summertime market that we are in. But absolutely he goes into the team just to try out at least. Cold. I used his Team of the Year SBC, speaking of Team of the Year icons, for a long time, and he was really, really good. Some people thought he was overpriced and not worth that the value that SBC was when it came out, but he was pretty cool, and it was fun to use in Marcelo. All right, hey, you know what? I saw the tunnel today. I'm happy. I didn't see the tunnel the last 2 days on this game, and I saw it. Well, hopefully today on Monday we see the tunnel a good bit more. We'll have to see if we get any other Monday content to surprise us on this game today. And guys, if we don't get any other Monday content, the leakers will probably try to create some content of their own in terms of leaks. So watch out for that. Since the leaks have started with the Neymar, with the Bruno, and with the Messi, there's probably more of that is incoming. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you do have any questions. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm ready to get back on and grind today. Got to do some squad battles as well to get the JJ Okocha going. Got to make some coins. Got to earn 10 more tokens to get up to 2,000 and then decide what to do with them. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Anyway, guys, have a great start to the week. I will see you in the stream today. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.